What's up, jobbers, and welcome to the latest edition of the Jobber Knocker podcast. As always, Nestlemania alongside for the riders, a man that is not GC. JC is not here, and basically, I'm going to tell you why. Because I hate him. In his place, of course, someone I love dearly, the one, the only, Mr. Dommy Feds, taking the replacement. Thank you for being here. We're here. We're going.
JC sucks.
JC sucks. That's what we're going to do with tonight. But JC did a lot here, so we're going to do what we can. You know.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. So I'm lagging a little bit. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah, I can see you. And hey, Danny's in the house. So there Danny's getting support here as well. So that's
Danny!
So we got a lot going on here. We got the Royal Rumble. We've got Raw. We got SmackDown. We could discuss NXT if we really want to. We could do maybe AEW. I'm not really sure. But where do we start? We're going to start in the Shine. But before we get to that, I think we're going to go to the Royal Rumble. There's a lot to unpack here. JC, although drunk watching the Royal Rumble, did give me his notes. I will interject because he told me if I didn't, he would give me a tongue lashing. So not only will we get Dommy and mine, but we will get JC's thoughts on the Royal Rumble as well, because it will be old news by the time he comes back. And he's an old man and he gets crudgety. Anyway, let's start with the Royal Rumble. We're not going to start with the pregame show, Dommy, because that's just bullshit. I don't believe in pregame. We're going to start with the Women's Royal Rumble. Over an hour and 7 minutes on the dot. Liv Morgan last eliminating Tiffany Stratton in what might be, I think, the best part of the night, the Women's Rumble. I enjoyed it very much. I think the right woman won. She said she's gone to the Royal Rumble 9 times and has not won. And now she's finally pointing at the sign and doing all the bing, bang, booms. So, I don't know. I thought it was really well done. JC put in here, Liv winning was a great choice. No Bianca yet, though, which is interesting. You would think that it would be Stephanie versus Liv. I don't know what your thoughts.
What's going on?
I don't know. No idea, Dom. No idea. So.
Okay. So, I loved it. I thought the Women's Rumble was the best match of the night. Can you hear me? I don't know if I'm lagging over here a little bit. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I thought the women's match was the best match of the night, and because all the participants mattered. So it was a little different from the men's one. The women's one was like all the stars are here now, kind of wide open field, as opposed to the men's, which was very different. I know we'll get into it, but yes. And I loved that it started off with Charlotte and Alexa, and they were telling a story right off the rip. Charlotte mistakenly eliminates Alexa, so we'll see what happens there. And they were all throwing shots. Like, I know it's a little different in a Royal Rumble because first of all, the Royal Rumble's tough anyway. Not only do you have a small amount of time to get stuff in, you have a small amount of room to do it. And everyone was just crisp with their stuff. She hit instant in the match is too much. Like, for some reason, these commercial breaks are killing me. I don't know if it's just becoming a thing or if there's more now. So, like, review it's great because I pay attention to
all right, so Dom, you're breaking up here, buddy. So I would suggest maybe I'll take over and maybe try your cell phone and see if that works instead. Because right now you're kind of freezing and we can't hear you. All right. All right. I'll kick you out and I'll try to make this work until you come back. All right. All right. Here we go. So as we try to figure this out right now, I guess I'm flying solo, which is not the ideal scenario, but here we are. JC did say a lot of other things here, which I thought would be interesting. I'll read the notes, and he writes, oh gosh, he really loves Lola Vice. It was the highlight for me. Push her to the moon because he's JC and wants to see that shaking of the booty all the time. Also, he says Kiana James picking up Nia was fantastic. And this is for Danny, because I know Danny's listening here. Give her flowers, goddammit, Adam. Kiana James did a great job. But again, she's no Sol Ruka. She's not Tiffany Stratton. She's not Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss. She's not in the upper echelon. She's in the mid-card right now, but she's working her way up. That's perfectly fine. And we talked about Sol Ruka here. As JC said, Sol Ruka is going to be a massive star. A massive, massive star where there is no doubt about it. And I tend to agree. I mean, she's young. She's got an amazing finish. She's got an amazing look. A lot of things are happening for her. So I think it's really interesting going forward. And yeah, I just think that it's really, really fun to see Sol Ruca. But again, Liv Morgan taking the big dub here. If I was a betting man, it seems like it would be Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vicaire. But if you watched on Monday, it seems like there's kind of an iffy kind of finish going on there. So who knows what's going to be happening? Maybe it's a triple threat. I have no idea. It's very interesting to me. They also had Bianca Belair flying into Saudi Arabia, but didn't use her, which I'm always interested in because why would she make the flight if she's not being used? Maybe she was a decoy. I have no idea. But the one thing we didn't bring up, folks, that really hurt my feelings and I am not a fan of was Brie Mode. Brie Mode came back in the Rumble at number 30 or 29 or something like that. And I was just so upset. So upset when I heard that song because honestly, that song just grates my ears. I would rather stick something in my earlobes than listen to Brie Mode. And I can't do it. I just don't want to do it. And she showed exactly why she should have stayed at home. And that's that. But, you know, it is what it is. Moving on to the next part of the evening, which again, I'm not really hating either way, but Gunther defeats AJ Styles by a technical submission, 24 minutes, 15 seconds, and AJ Styles has lost and must retire from WWE in-ring competition. So, with that being said, I don't know. I don't know at all. And it seems like AJ is definitely having out. And yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Hold on one second. Dommy's trying to figure it out. I have no idea what he's doing. That's crazy. Anywho, as we discussed here, it's Gunther defeats AJ Styles. It was a great match. I loved it. I thought it was epic and so much fun to watch. Gunther obviously now has the career killer moniker. It's in his Titantron. It's in all sorts of different things. But yeah, it's interesting to me to see what happens. We'll see. We got him back. Maybe we'll see. Is he there?
Can you hear me, Nestle?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're back.
Yeah, I got a blank screen. All right, I got a blank screen. I can hear you, so go ahead.
Okay, so anyway, we were talking about Gunther and AJ now.
Okay.
Gunther and AJ is a real big thing. I'm curious your thoughts on how the match went from your point of view, as well as the fact that when he was supposed to take his gear off and his gloves, he kept them back on at the end. Does that mean it's just the WWE career ending? Maybe he goes to TNA, New Japan. What did you think when you saw that?
That's what it felt like to me. It felt like I'm done here, but I'm not done. Once he stopped to put the gloves down, and he didn't, and he put everything up in the air, and I was like, okay, you know what? That's what this is. And I mean, I wasn't shocked, but I was shocked. You know, I was like, wow, they really, because they were building so much leading into this. Like, he was getting into it with all these different people. Even Javon Evans had said something to him backstage before his match last week with Punk. You know, so I was like, wow, they're leaving a lot on the table here. And I mean, I guess that was a reason for us to think that he would have won, which kind of makes sense. But I mean, it worked well. I liked it because it worked well at the end of the Rumble. And we'll get to that later, I guess. Yeah, but I did in the moment, yeah, man, it was tough. Like, I don't want to see AJ go yet. And yeah, I think you're right. I think he might pop up in TNA or whatever else he can do right now within the boundaries of WWE if he's still technically with them. I don't look into contracts. I don't believe anything I read, hear, or say. Unless I'm in the room for a signature on a contract, I ain't gonna listen to it. So who really knows? But yeah, like, you know, that's me. So hopefully, I think there's a little gas left in the tank, and I don't think that's the last of AJ Styles in the ring.
Yeah,
maybe it is in WWE for now.
Yeah, I think you're probably right with the AJ Styles in WWE. I think they're probably going to keep him afterwards to maybe go to NXT because, again, wealth of knowledge, wealth of experience, wealth of different things he can give back to the business. But when your body gives out, your body gives out. I get it. You probably got a little left in the tank, but not in the WWE. So,
and just the shape he's in too, man. Like, holy shit! Like, that's the thing. Like, it's not like he looks fucking great.
Yeah,
you know,
but hey, you can look great, but have you ever taken a bump before? That shit.
Oh God, no! You know what? I tried once, Ness. I couldn't do it, and that was it. That was my career is trying anything with what you guys do, and it's scary. I'll tell you this right now, man. The one time I attempted it, it's fucking scary, and you think you're gonna break your neck. And for anyone that does do it for a career, I can't imagine it. So
It's tough.
yeah,
It's tough.
yeah, sure is.
All right, so we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes here. Drew McIntyre beat Sami Zayn with 16 minutes 15 seconds.
Okay,
Which to me was very surprising.
What a waste of a match, man.
It was a one-sided match. It wasn't necessarily a jobber match, but it didn't feel like he was getting in the information here that I thought was really interesting. Like I just felt like I didn't feel like Sami Zayn was getting his false finishes, or he wasn't getting that like comeback.
I never felt like he was gonna win this match once.
And it felt bad because I was like, okay, maybe they're just gonna one-side this, and he like sneaks in the Rumble and wins the Rumble, and like it's a feel-good moment. Maybe that's what it is. But no, it didn't come out that way, and it is what it is. You know, it's.
I was baffled by this whole situation.
Yeah, that's fine.
To be completely honest.
And as JC says here, nobody gave a fuck, and neither did I. That's what he said.
No, it's perfect. Thanks. I feel exactly the same. Share the same sentiments.
Yeah. So as we get back on to other things, we're going to go to the main event here as Roman Reigns he wins the Royal Rumble by well, this is a part that made me fucking clench my ass anyway. Throwing out Gunther at the end because anyway, at 56 minutes, 10 seconds, when I saw Gunther come out, I went, God damn it, please don't have him win. Don't have him win. I don't care who it is.
Exactly what it was perfect.
That's exactly what perfect. They wanted.
They nailed it. They fucking nailed it.
And there's an easy way.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it was an easy way for him to kind of win with like, okay, everybody in the crowd is going to cheer Roman Reigns. That is an easy fucking layup there. They learned their lesson hardcore here. But again, going to JC's notes, and I'm sure these will be talking points for us as well, because JC likes to really, rub it in here. Oba at one, smart. Let him shine for a bit, then get him out of there. A feud with Rusev for the immediate future makes a ton of sense, is what he thinks. He said Brock.
Say what? Rusev, say that again. Rusev what?
Rusev immediately for Oba, just to get him.
Okay. Yeah. It's right. Yep.
And then he said Brock at Mania based on the face off.
Wow. Holy shit. Yeah, that makes sense. Right. Obviously, good call, JC.
And then he said the Breaker thing was weird to me. So let's get to that. Let's get to that point.
Wow.
Breaker at 2.
Shock and awe.
Gets a bad luck, I guess. And a masked man attacks him, and I'm going to have more on this in my hope, but attacks him, rolls him in, and then Oba dumps him out, and that's totally believable. I have no problem with it. However, I don't know. It's one of those things, like I immediately texted JC when I saw it, and I went, wow, is that not an instantaneous Nestle curse? Because I picked him to fucking win.
Well, and I think they were looking for shock and awe moments last night at the Rumble. I really do, and that was one of them, man. Like they did all that. They flashed the number 1 by accident, and then he shows up, and then boom, gone, and we're all like, whoa. So like we needed those moments, and unfortunately, Breaker is gonna. Here's the thing: they're doing the masked man thing again, which I'm a sucker for. I'll take it, But like they did a good job in explaining it raw, and Adam PS was awesome about that too. And we'll get into that as well.
Danny, I know you probably can't see the comments, but Danny said the masked man.
No, I can't. All I have is a black screen.
Crash.
I can't even see
Holly. Crash
what?
Holly.
What about Crash Holly?
He goes, the masked man was Crash Holly. So.
Oh, I love it.
Unfortunately, I think that poor guy is gone with us, but that's beside the point.
Oh,
JC also writes, Javon Evans, major hit with all casuals at the JC party. And they all hated the AAA guys. I guess they are Mexican shamers at the JC house.
Okay. That's, you know what? I mean, I'm sure if Little Vice was on the screen, it'd be a little different story now, wouldn't it?
Maybe. But they're also thinking with different parts of their body. So, it's the thing.
Right. But I don't know. I mean, AAA, here's my biggest issue with AAA is the way they handle in the shows. Like all of a sudden it's just they're on. I feel like unless I'm on social media and I see the alert, I have no idea these shows are going off. And right. Dom Mysterio is down there doing insane work. And it's like, what are you doing? You're just throwing them out there at random. So, I mean, I'm sure they are scheduling. Maybe it's just a me thing. But I guess I can understand that because there's no relation to these characters. We have no reason to have any feeling towards these characters because we never see them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You don't know where to find it unless you're on Twitter when the show pops off.
I will say you're not alone in this. I was going to call you JC, Dommy, because when I look at this, I forget that they have a deal with Fox supposedly. Like I don't even know that's a
Wow.
thing. And like
Yeah, the
that's
last
not,
thing that actually was on the Fox app. Now that you say that, yeah,
but I'm not with it. You know what I mean?
me neither. I have no idea what's going on down there, and I actually enjoy those shows when they go on.
Danny writes, I thought there was a funeral happening during Mr. Iguana's entrance because it was dead. Jesus Christ, Daniel. Right out of the rip, man. Look, there were a couple moments in here where there were crickets, I'll be honest. I mean, that was one of them. La Parka, unfortunately, I'm a fan of the original La Parka, the chairman of WCW. But
What'd you think of this guy?
I mean, he's good, but I think the
I
only
thought he was
reason
awesome.
people were in
He's my
there,
comeback. I mean, I don't know if I can throw it out there now, but it's my comeback. I know it's not the original, man. He is fucking awesome. I loved it. Popped. He started hitting those spots. He's a big guy.
yeah.
So, I don't know. I loved him.
Well, I'm
And
glad.
I heard you say while I was coming back, you had an issue with the Brie Bella thing too. We're gonna get to that. All of a sudden she just derailed Nikki. When we get to Raw, we'll get to that.
Well,
but I wanted to throw that
Nikki
in
might
there.
have derailed herself, but that's the whole other fucking point. But anyway,
Oh wow! All right, we'll get into that. We'll get into that too. All right.
Drew costing Cody makes sense, says JC. That's definitely the Mania match in some form. I think they're still going to interject a Jacob Fatu into the triple threat here for Mania because I feel like we said last week, we're at nauseum with Cody and Drew, and I feel like the international crowds are booing. Little boo birds out for Cody. That's all.
Okay, see, I didn't notice that. Cody said something on SmackDown too about Drew, and I want to go into my notes, but they're on the phone I'm using. I don't want to X out of this. So there was a nugget with Drew on SmackDown and Cody's promo that absolutely foreshadowed that happening. Because when it happened live time, I was like, what the fuck, man? Like Drew again is just he's the wrench that's always going to be thrown into the plan when they need something. But I also think there's another reason why he's champ right now too, and then we'll get into that later. Try to remind me, but it kind of makes sense why he's champ. I think in
You think he's
dealing with
You
Cody.
think he might be the people's champ?
No, I just think he's the reason we need CM Punk in that other title to be put some prestige on it. And when you got to do that, you go give the other title to Drew Mack, who looks like and they kind of said it in the promo, like they kind of shit all over Drew Mack, and they kind of said that too, like that's what they said. The title makes the man with him. And I was like, whoa, instead of us making this title. And that was exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh, so this makes sense. So Drew's got that title. He's going to do whatever, like you said, him, Jacob, Cody, something in there. And then Punk and Roman are going to go do their thing. But it sucks with Finn Balor. Like, I hate this shit. That's why I hate that they pulled the trigger last night instead of waiting until at least after Elimination Chamber.
Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to
we'll get to it.
El Grande's facing off a hope from A over here. He said, good job, Adam. Who the fuck is Adam? A big. I popped out of my seat for this. The powerhouse Hobbs. As Royce Keys?
I guess Royce. Yeah, I think that's the name I saw. I didn't even realize they changed his name until after the show. Yeah. I thought he came in as Powerhouse Hobbs.
And that was it. And so I love Powerhouse Hobbs in general. I thought he's a perfect fit. He's definitely a Cody guy, so it makes perfect sense to me. I could see him in the mid card for a little bit, and I think he's got a couple years to prove himself, and I think is going to be great. So I'm excited for him because Powerhouse deserves it. I think like all the Cody guys and girls are going to end up eventually in WWE because, you know, you've seen the Jades and the Ricky Starks and now the Powerhouse Hobbses, and then we know CM Punk likes Hobbs as well. So it's just like there's people going to matriculate over, and it's going to make sense. And of course, the final thing that JC wanted to point out was that he wrote down, Jey Uso is a clown sideshow character. Take him out of the Rumble immediately.
Bro, you know my stats on Jey Uso since day one with all this, and I can't disagree. And I like the guy. But man, that's exactly what it is. It's a circus show, and he's just a fucking gimmick. And it's all when he says "run it back," and I don't believe. How can you ever believe this guy is a world champion, Nestle? How can I ever look at Jey Uso with all that he does and like, oh, and then you look at who he's standing with, Roman Reigns. Like, bro, you're never gonna be Roman, like ever. No. You don't have that in you. You know what I mean? So like, I just don't get it. I get it. I get why they do it, but I'll never understand him as a future serious main eventer.
I don't think he's gonna main event ever again. I mean, he might challenge, but he's never gonna win again.
Right. Exactly. And as for Powerhouse Hobbs, do you think there's any Kofi and Xavier replacing Big E and like maybe some sort of new type of faction there
No,
at some point.
I think
I thought there was going to be an interaction at the Rumble, to be completely honest, and they weren't even in it. So go ahead.
I would say this much, that he is absolutely 100, just unequivocally better than most people. I think he might need a manager right away, but he's also he's a super likable person too, because he's got an amazing backstory of just being like a super poor kid on the street, like working his way up, and his mom passed away. I think Danny said in the chat here that Keys is his mother's maiden name, and his mom had passed away, and Cody was there for him. So there's going to be a lot of meat on the bone, no pun intended there.
Okay.
And I think he's just an impressive human being in general. So I think like either way, when he's on my screen, I'm going to be very excited. I think he's probably going to end up on SmackDown if I had to guess, but you know, it is what it is.
Okay.
So pretty much that's it, with the exception of, I guess, Roman Reigns winning, which again, I don't have no problem with because it was Gunther or him, and I'm fine with it.
Hold on 1 second though. Does it hurt Gunther at all? Like, he did, you get all that. Okay, because that was the one thing I was like, I love all this for Roman. I see what they're doing. The guy just ended AJ Styles. We weren't expecting him at 30. Everyone's pissed. You put Roman in a great spot to win. No one's gonna boo this. Roman must point, right? That's it. And but it's like, does it take a little off of everything Gunther just did up to this point as a heel? Like, imagine if he did dump Roman.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that did run through my mind. So I did want to throw that out there.
I'll say this much, because you watched Monday, right?
Oh, yeah.
So did it matter when he showed up on Monday?
No, because he came out to
right. So
there you go. Fucking AJ Styles pose.
Right.
So and you're right. Absolutely. It didn't even matter. Good point. You know what I mean? So very good point.
They sit there and they can sacrifice certain things because certain people are bulletproof in certain ways. So I think, like, when I look at that, I go, well, there you go. You know,
there you go. That's true. Good point, Nestle.
It is what it is. Overall, what would you give a grade to the Rumble?
B plus.
Really? That's generous, in my opinion.
Really? I mean, I thought the women's was awesome, start to finish. I think I kind of got that's where I got thrown out. So I was saying, it was a very star-heavy, we're here right now. They kept calling it a star-studded event. And I was looking at the men's Rumble. I'm like, it's really not. The men's Rumble is, you got, 3 top guys maybe, in Cody, Roman, and Brock. And Logan Paul, technically. But the women's is like, everyone that's here and now, there's a few up-and-comers. And even the ones that like are up-and-comers, we know who they are. We knew who everyone fucking was. And kind of, the field was a little wide open. Hold on. Yeah.
You have this.
The what? Yeah, it's right here. It was much more wide open than the men's match, right? So, I mean, and it started off great. Charlotte and Alexa set the tone early, and then there was so many other stories that were going on. Like I said, I have them in the notes, but I really can't look at them. So, yeah, A plus there. The only issue for me was honestly the Drew Max Sammy, and the fact that there is only 2 matches on the card. Those are the 2 things I can't stand. Like, you're only gonna give me 2 matches. The women's title isn't there. They did it on Raw, which is great, good for them. But it's like, I was even thinking, like, who the fuck is the women's champ right now? And that's a me thing. I know that, So, I just couldn't think. Like, I'm not watching. I can't watch SmackDown. I don't have the USA app. And, like, Raw, I don't love it. I really don't love Raw. It's not keeping my interest. So it's like I have it on as background noise. So it's like, I didn't see, I'm sure they mentioned Stephanie Vaquer's name, you know what I mean? But it's like, as I'm watching, I'm just trying to like put all the pieces together of who was where they were. And so yeah, I mean, other than that, and the men's Rumble was great. They showcased the future, man. Like, there was so many people in that Rumble that this felt like that kind of 90, 94, 95-ish era of WWE where it was like, you're going to see a lot of guys that you may be seeing for the next 10 years, but you just don't know where they're going to be. I felt like that's where this Rumble was for the men's.
Okay.
So that's why I also kind of liked it. I love the last 10. I thought the way they booked the last 10, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I was going to give it a B minus C plus personally, because I feel like there's a lot of room for improvement. The one thing we didn't talk about, we kind of grazed over the Jey Uso thing, but
the room for improvement.
Brock Lesnar getting eliminated during Jey Uso's entrance. To me,
wild, loved it.
I think that was a terrible, terrible shock and awe moment that they could have milked production-wise. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, so talk to me about that. Yeah, tell me where the misses were for you. Like, room for improvement.
Jey Uso's long entrance. He is now longer. I've clocked him longer than the Undertaker's entrances.
Wow.
He clocks in.
It doesn't feel like it though, so that is kind of impressive. But wow,
because I'm an anal retentive bastard, Dom.
I love it. Attention to detail is key.
The Undertaker, medium, like average time, 4.5 minutes.
Yeah. Holy shit, that's a long time.
Jey Uso, with coming out to the crowd, and I will add, I do the restart ad as well, roughly around 6 minutes.
Damn.
6
That's
minutes
nuts.
is a long fucking time.
That's a long time. That's like change the channel type shit.
Yes.
Like you're going away from that.
Yes.
But the fact that people aren't, I guess, speaks volumes for him. Wow.
But so you sit there and hold on one second.
Okay,
you sit
good.
there, you sit there and you're having your long ass fucking entrance. The music keeps going. I love the way that you have a Starbucks cup right in your fucking face.
Oh, you can see me? I can't see you. You've been able to see me the whole time?
Yeah, we've been seeing you the whole time. Yeah.
Holy shit. I can't see a thing. I got a fucking blank screen.
That's awesome. No, we can see you the whole time. Like you've had your fucking eye and everything. It's fucking great. It is.
Oh my god.
Like you talking to your dad, and I love it all. It's fucking great.
Oh yeah, it's my brother.
Oh, your brother. Okay.
So my room's a fucking mess right now, as you can see. Wow. All right. Who gives a fuck? Whatever.
It is what it is. But anyway.
Yeah. So I'm having a blast. Here I am thinking I'm just shooting the shit. Oh man. All right.
I loved it. No, I love it. It's totally you, and that's authentic. I think it's fucking hilarious. Honestly,
the background is fucking messy.
It doesn't matter. Look, the dog. Look, the dog. People are gonna want the dog more than me. It's fine.
All right, so go ahead.
But Jey Uso, like, think about Brock Lesnar not being in the Final Four is a shame. Brock Lesnar not being eliminated by an Obafemi or a powerhouse Hobbs is a big deal. And then you get eliminated by Cody Rhodes and LA Knight. You give them both people a fucking like LA Knight helps eliminate Brock Lesnar. I mean, let's talk about that. Like,
why not? Why not?
I don't know. It's bizarre. It's fucking bizarre.
I don't think LA Knight helping to. That's something he would do. That's the type of guy he is. Like he sees an opportunity. He didn't do it on his own, right?
No.
So all right, yeah, I can absolutely see that for LA Knight. I think that works well with his character.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
And also, Cam, I was watching this with Aaron Cam, and Cam said something that he broke through Jay's entrance. Like Jay was having an entrance at one of the pay-per-views, and like Brock just destroyed it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that's what. So he said that like that might be something like that. Why Jay kind of did that too, which I was like, wow, that's a fucking awesome nugget.
Yeah.
But I didn't see anyone else talking.
No, I didn't see it either. Our boy Danny just said, I just wanted to say, I thought Dom was on a roller coaster. He's been chucking his phone around.
I'm so sorry.
No,
I literally didn't know you guys could see me. I'm looking at a blank screen.
It's fucking hilarious. Man. It's fucking hilarious. Like, this is great. This is like unintentionally really awesome. I appreciate it. It's good. It's good either way. It's a train wreck or it's hilarious or it's fun. It's either way. It is what it is. So let's get into the regular part of the show. It's a shine. We've got a lot to talk about here. Maybe we don't. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot. I feel like here's my thing. It's hard for me to watch SmackDowns on going into a PLE, especially on a Saturday, because I feel like mostly
you've been saying this for so long. They phone it in. They phone it in.
I would just like to just because again, anal retentive bastard works in TV, has to format and timeout shows, has to format different things for your job and for video and all this other stuff. So this is where I come from. I'm sitting there timing things in my mind, going, "What the fuck am I watching?" That beginning of SmackDown, where they set up an 8-man tag from opening of rolling in the intro to them saying end of segment, go to commercial, of all these assholes talking, 28 fucking minutes.
Okay.
That's insane to me. A 20-minute talking segment? Like, come on. Essentially.
As a live performance too. Like anytime there's a lot of talking to open the segment, it better be good to retain my attention. So yeah, I didn't even think that. I thought Cody opened the show. Like I said, I have my notes in this phone, so I don't want to go. I don't want to open it up and look.
No, it was like Cody, and then it was fucking Jey Uso and fucking.
They all came out right. Yeah. Okay.
Or whatever, and fucking they all sit there, the baby faces, and then Vision comes out, and they're like 8-man tag later, and I went, well, shit, I'm not putting that in my fucking notes. But like, it's hard. So basically, we're in the shine. So I should probably say nice things instead of not nice things. Phoenix versus Mello had a fucking fire match. If you haven't seen it, go check that shit out. Fucking love Phoenix, and I love Mello. He's obviously our boy in Massachusetts here. I don't really have a lot more to say because, again, a lot of what was happening here was good wrestling, but for wrestling's sake, a lot of the times we've had Axiom versus Johnny Gargano. Again, Will he follow Ciampa, the new TNT champion, over to AEW? I don't know.
Probably not.
Really?
I wouldn't think so. Candice is there. His wife is in WWE. They're in a good spot. I don't see Johnny leaving to go to AEW. I'm surprised they let Ciampa go, to be honest. I thought he was awesome.
Yeah.
I thought he was great in the U.S., like an IC title role, to always be a contender or hold those titles. He did great work. He was a great promo. He was just fucking awesome. Maybe a hometown guy helps a little bit too there, but I don't know. I always thought he was great. He always had my attention.
That's fair. That's fair. I will say we haven't really talked about this since it's probably the biggest shine for a lot of people on the internet and probably the biggest shine here. Oh, time out. Here comes Stoop. There you go.
Stoop's in?
Stoop's in the house. Yep, he can't see a goddamn thing there, Stoop. So you can say whatever the fuck you want to him. I'll have to tell him what you said. But I will say this much.
Can you see that, Stoop?
There you go. Well, as they say. Anyway, so look, CM Punk and Roman Reigns had a promo at the end of Monday Night Raw. A lot of people are saying it's been the best thing they've seen in 10 years. There's a lot of people out there saying maybe they. Here's my logic. Was it great? Fuck yeah, it was. But my other thought was, we got 10 fucking weeks. You guys you fucking blew all your good lines in one fucking night. What else are you gonna fucking do now? I'm sure they will figure it out. But
Heyman's going to be heavily involved. Roman dropped that nugget of, I made the promise to Paul. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Yeah. To bring you back? That was like the biggest. That was the biggest. Oh, yeah.
It's really fucking hard.
That was like the biggest. What does that mean to me? Like, shit.
I took it as please bring him back into WWE, as well as the fact that he basically said something like, like he had to be on the War Games team, all that shit. So,
and Zubras, what was that? About someone said something about a movie.
Again, you're showing your old manness. Zebros. The only reason I know this is because it's a part of Zootopia 2, the movie that was a smash hit. I had to go see it in IMAX with my kids. It was actually really fucking good. And I popped when I saw them every 5 seconds on the screen going, Zebros, like as zebras with like the Beverly Hills Cop outfit.
Were they the voices?
Yes. They were Zebros.
Both of them were?
Yeah, they were detectives. They were Zebros. It was great.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
I highly recommend Zootopia. Zootopia and Zootopia 2 are very fucking good. Really good.
Okay. So, you just
I'm still watching it with my kids because my son loves cops and trucks and shit. And then my daughter just loves anything animated. And
show him the old. Do you remember the old cops cartoons?
No.
Do you remember those?
No.
You might have been right. You might have just missed it. I'll send the YouTube to you later. Cartoon and the figures were fucking sick. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't even know where the fuck we are. I second Zootopia.
Punk and Reigns.
So yes, I agree. The Zebros thing. But here's my problem. We got 10 weeks. I counted 10 weeks from WrestleMania. Okay. Now I know this is the marquee match. It'll probably be night 2.
Yeah, finally, night 1 Phil's finally going to get his fucking real life dream in main event WrestleMania.
He probably will end up losing this. It seems the most,
I would think so. I think he seems mature enough. And he always said, I don't give a fuck if I lose. I just want a main event WrestleMania. So here it is, guy. You're going to lay down for fucking Roman Reigns. Congratulations.
Bend over and acknowledge me. That's exactly.
Unless he pulls it off and like something off the wall happens with Heyman, who knows? Like anything's at play.
But
it's been 2 years since Roman's had the title.
So Stoop said they're going to go hard on this. For 10 weeks, I don't think Roman's showing up for 10 weeks of work personally. So
no, and I love Roman. I don't want to shit on him for this, but not all tonight.
CM Punk's going to still go after Finn Balor. I'm sure we'll get reminded of Roman Reigns at some fucking point there.
But what's that do to Finn Balor? Now, why do I want to watch Elimination Chamber? Why do I want to watch that match at Elimination Chamber?
That's exactly my point, because here's the thing. When in my opinion, this is just a humble wrestling fan from, 30-something years of watching wrestling. To me, when you pick, like, let's say, Dom, you win the Royal Rumble and you come after me and you're like, Nestlemania, I'm coming after you for WrestleMania. That should freeze all championship matches for that championship.
It would make sense, right?
Right? Because that's your marquee matchup. Now, I know that they're sitting there.
That's my biggest issue with this happening last night.
You throw a fucking curveball and maybe Finn Balor's in there, but like, come on. Last year we had.
But now everyone's. You heard that crowd asking for Punk from the second he came out of the ring. Like, yes. Everyone wants this.
So look, Stoop says, I think a lot of quote unquote real life stuff will be mentioned here throughout this feud. I agree, Stoop. Maybe they'll deep dive on the things that they were kind of alluding to on Monday, but I feel like the big barbs really were up front of like, yo, we're loading this up front for you to be like, this is the big one, guys. Which here's the
It's
thing.
absolutely, but yes, 100%. This is the marquee.
This is the marquee match now. I don't know. Like, I really don't know if this is the match. Like John Cena versus Cody last year, that's a marquee match.
Yeah.
Right?
Wait, so why wouldn't you think that? Why is it because of Punk? Like you just feel like in the ring you're a little nervous of what the match is going to look like?
I think these two will be perfectly fine in the matchup. I think it'll be
So what's your concern with it?
My concern is, and this is going to be weird coming from a hardcore CM Punk fan, like from day one, like like whatever. See, OTC, Lush knows what's up. Look, OTC is a big deal. Here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
It's really fucking hard because I don't know if Phil is on the same caliber level, drawing power wise on the marquee.
You're fucking crazy.
So,
that's crazy. That's crazy talk. And listen, I've been very down on Punk since he's been back. Since he's had this title, man, it's been some of the best work of his career. I'll tell you that right now. And the thing about him being in the ring, like you've always said it, and I've always thought it too. Best in the world moniker, you're not. You weren't the best in the ring when you did. It was Daniel Bryan. Seth Rollins was a better worker than you. So we never believed it. But now he's the old man. So it's like, I believe him when he's in the ring and he's kind of struggling a little bit. It's like, well, you know what? I don't think it looks shitty. I think it works for where he's at in his career. And I'm kind of loving it. So I don't know, man. I wholeheartedly disagree. As a name and an entity, CM Punk will always be main event marquee name, let alone right now with the work he's doing. Yeah, I think it's some of the best of his career. I like this run he's on right now. When it comes to who he's been wrestling, I like it better than what he did in, what was it, 2011, 2012. I mean, I guess Triple H's Cena was awesome. But the main event, the WrestleMania, him and Jericho, I will trade that WrestleMania in for him and Roman before we even see the match and say, I'm already in. Like, okay. I think that, yeah, man, I think this is already leaps and bounds more like fucking ready to go than 20, what was that, 28? Than 28 was. Him and Jericho didn't do anything for me.
Okay.
So I'm glad to see him get a real fucking championship main event match with a guy like Roman Reigns.
I think they're both slow and meticulous, so I feel like it'll definitely help the situation. Seth Rollins was a curveball to me. You know what I mean? But like,
yeah,
it is what it is. He picks up the pace and makes things look more amazing. So my thought is like, okay, if we don't see OTC for 3 weeks or 4 weeks to Elimination Chamber to remind us after he beats Finn Balor, great. Yeah. And then it's like, we're off to the races for 6 weeks. Okay, get it. Like, whatever.
They could have held. They absolutely could have held off on this.
Stoop is
doing it the night after the Rumble was nuts.
CM Punk is the greatest professional wrestler of all time. Now I don't know if he's sarcasming it up or what.
Stoop absolutely loves. He's been a CM Punk supporter since day one. He's much like me though. Like we weren't Ring of Honor guys, so it's like we knew who he was. But when he stepped on the scene in WWE and he cut the promo, it was like, oh boy, like, wow, yeah, this guy is everything that they said he was. Like, I saw him once in Ring of Honor and was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't, and that was it. But yeah, so yeah, no, he loves him. He absolutely does.
All right. Anything else about this, or would you like to move on?
Where are we at right now?
Well,
what was the Shine?
We're trying to get off the Reigns train.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, I'll never get off the Reigns train, but I'll hop off on the station right now. But back
How
on
about some Braun Breaker? Want to talk about Braun Breaker here? Losing his shit on Monday?
Yeah, that was good.
I think that was good. I mean, television, you started off making
it was. Anytime anyone holds the show hostage, you know, it's fun and he's electric. His voice cracking at times I was like, what the fuck is this, Braun? Like, I don't know if anyone else knows that. I'm like, obviously I'm not. Would I have a shit on this guy to his face about his voice cracking? Absolutely not. But yeah, it didn't. I mean, it reminded me of like when Tom Brady used to be in the huddle and I'd hear him like scream like that. And I'd be like, what the fuck, Tom? Like, you're the greatest quarterback in the world. Why are you going to fucking sound like that? That's what I was thinking when I heard Braun Breaker screaming like that. But other than that, all the other shit was awesome. But PS put him in his place, which I loved.
after that piss poor performance, you're lucky you even
Oh
have a
man, that was
job.
such a good line. That
And then
was such a good line.
fucking shit tripped all over the fucking ramp. It was great. I just,
Oh, it was
all of
great.
it, all of it was great. All of it was wonderful.
Everything Pierce said made sense. And then he put it right on fucking Austin Theory. He was
Mhm.
like, you picked your own number, bro. You picked your own number. And the Masked Man, the last time we saw him was one of your guys. So who the fuck are you screaming at? I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah. I will, when we get to our hope, I will expand upon some things here that I think potentially might be happening.
Okay.
Something else that made me just smile was watching Chad El Grande Americano Original coming back.
Yeah.
We didn't really get to talk about that as much, but it happened on Monday for off the distraction for Javon Evans hitting his amazing cutter that he does. I just love that shit. Here's the thing. People are gonna fucking really think I'm an idiot anyway, but this is probably gonna take the cake. I actually loved the 2 doinks at WrestleMania 9. So when I see El Grande Original and El Grande, I'm like, this is gonna be great. This is so not wrestling, but this is for like
it is wrestling though.
But that's a funny carny bullshit though. It's great.
That's what I'm saying, but that is. And at the core of wrestling, that's what wrestling is. Like, yes, you're supposed to love that shit. That's the core of it. So yeah, I agree with you right there. I absolutely agree.
It made me laugh. Also, another thing that people are, I'm sure JC would get his panties in a bunch here if I said this, but maybe he wouldn't because of who I'm saying. The War Raiders are tag team, an actual tag team are waiting, and then of course we get the fucking and I went, they're chanting like Goldberg.
Wow, I didn't even notice that.
And I was like, like.
Yep. I hate his little struts of the ring though. Does that bother you?
Really?
I can't stand it. I'm like this big, strong mountain of a man. Looks like Jesus Christ. He will die. And then he just and I get it. Like it works for him. Don't get me wrong. It works. But man, it's like every time I see it, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, I don't know. It works for him, but
it's fucking great.
It seems like a bold. It seemed like a bold move, but it works. So who knows?
I think it's one of those. The one thing that made me laugh really hard when he's sitting there and he's doing his fucking strut. You can't see me doing it, but I'm doing it. I swear I'm doing it justice. He fucking said in his accent, he goes, "You will die tonight," and I fucking burst out laughing.
That's fucking crazy.
As the boys in the JK like to make fun of me for being an entrance shamer and not watching entrances, I did for the Emperor because I just love the boom, the dance.
Yeah, and like I said, it works. So. Yeah. I'm surprised it works as well. I'm surprised it works as well as it does. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Anyway, he beats up a real tag team, and it's quite an introduction to Oba, the big man. And I think it's really interesting going forward because again, I don't know. This is Danny just said here. He goes, that entrance for Oba is going to be so good during the Mania ramp. I tend to agree with you, Danny.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if he's got like they give him the pomp and circumstance of like the pyro, and then like maybe some like harken back to where he's originally from and stuff, and they could have people around him doing the fucking drums and shit. Like you could really on WrestleMania stage.
That's actually kind of sick, right?
Could make him into
blow it up.
You know what I mean? Like make him into the guy that you really want to show off because, I mean, he's going to be a big.
You make it real extravagant.
Oh
my god! My god! He's a freak.
Yeah,
he's an absolute freak of nature, man.
Yeah. I love it. I love him. It's just it makes me.
And I don't get to watch NXT. I don't have CW. I don't have USA. So I'm at this point in this weird wrestling point with WWE where I only get to see these guys when they're on the main roster. Unless I see clips of them online. But to actually watch them through and through in a match, it's only happening here. So
that's fair. That's totally understandable. Did you have anything else that was shine worthy that you want to talk about? Sorry, I kind of.
Like I said, I probably did, but I don't want to X out of this video and go into my notes. I just, man, just how Roman was handled. I remember that absolutely being my shine. So yeah, that's what I got.
I want to make sure I did like the Balor promo where he says, "I'm not a bad guy, but if I had to do bad things, that's just going to be what it is." Like I just thought the way they put that together was fantastic.
When Punk said that. Yeah, Punk said that, and that's.
Well, no. There was a promo that was previously on from Balor where he said
like in a video package. Yeah. Okay, so that's why Punk said it in the promo. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha. Yeah.
But it was fun. It was definitely very fun. I just thought it was great. And of course, we could talk about the girl street fight. I don't know if that matters for the world title, but
Yeah, I mean, it
was a great match. I thought that it sucked at the table, kind of kaput at the end there. But the women, I just like that the women got to wrestle and have a fucking Philly street fight because I like.
That's what I'm saying, because they got hosed on the fucking pay-per-view for it. So yeah, I agree with that. My biggest issue with Raquel is like, man, she's a powerhouse, right? She's awesome. But when I see her, I don't think of her as like, man, like you see like Rhea Ripley, like, and like just these monster badass girls. And like, there's something about Raquel that she's like almost too fucking likable. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but it's like, I just don't believe her as like a dominant heel right now. It's not because of anything. I can't put my finger on what it is because she's doing everything right. I just don't like. You ever watch like the Fast and the Furious movies? All right, Dom's girlfriend, like Letty, I think her name was.
Yeah.
Okay, like how when she came on screen or like she was involved in something, like, oh man, she's gonna fuck people up. Like this girl is bad. I want that for Raquel Rodriguez, but when I see her, I just don't get that feeling, and I don't. Maybe it's a me thing. Could be a me thing, but I mean, I just don't. Something has to change there, where I believe that like she's a legit ass kicker, and like street fight, yeah, great, she was awesome in it. She was awesome. But maybe it's just because I feel her. She's like just a heavy for Liv, and like she's a Diesel knockoff. I really don't love the Diesel knockoff shit for her. I get it, but I think they lean a little too fucking heavy into it for her.
Fair enough.
Like it's almost becoming a little too gimmicky for me.
Sure.
Like she's gonna have to eventually come into her own.
I think I have an adjacent.
I think that might have been my heat. If it wasn't, it is now.
It is now. Okay, so let's just get him off my TV. Get him off my
Sorry.
TV. Get him off my TV. No, it's fine. I think my issue is adjacent to you in terms of like the believability of an ass kicker, excuse me, but it's more about the idea of that she is not wrestling like a tall, big powerhouse. She's wrestling
Maybe
like
that's
a
it.
commoner. She's wrestling
That might be it.
to them instead of protecting her stature and her ability and her bigness in terms of her power. I just feel like she's not protecting it. She's fucking falling on the ground way too much. She's taking too many people's moves. And it's like, okay, there needs to be more of an effort for these women to try to chop her down like a sequoia tree. They need to be able to struggle and see that struggle with her. Because I think when you see that struggle, then you're going to think this woman's a fucking badass. They're having a hard time fucking bringing her down.
Okay.
That's to me.
That makes sense.
That's what I'm looking at when I watch her. She's too giving a performer, taking too many bumps. I'm not saying she's a fucking Big Show where she should never bump, but I mean, like, like make it a struggle,
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely great.
Let me see what else we've got here that I'm not a huge fan of. The Bella Twins are back, and they had a promo, and they want to be tag champions, which great, don't care. But here's my big heat. I'm supposed to believe.
Go ahead.
I'm supposed to believe in 2026, in the year of our Lord, that we are supposed to go to WrestleMania in Las Vegas in a 2-night extravaganza where the Bella Twins are going to beat Rio or Ripley or whatever the frick they're calling themselves. Rio, whatever the fuck.
I think it's Rio. I think they're calling each other Rio, which is awesome. I love it.
Whatever. Yeah. Like, you know what this fucking reeks of? This reeks of like a 6 teams women's match that's gonna fucking be 30 seconds, and the Bella Twins are gonna roll up the fucking worst team and fucking
twin match. They'll pull off some twin match. Oh man,
that's what's gonna happen.
You might be fucking right, Nestle. And first of all, with 2 nights, there's no reason for anything more than like a triple threat. To be completely honest, you got the time, you got all the time in the world, and you're absolutely right. My issue isn't with this. This promo was fucking awful. Nikki's been doing great, man. She came out, she got on the table a couple weeks ago, maybe about a month ago now. She cut that promo. The crowd was reacting to her. Brie comes out with her, and man, no one gave a fuck. No one gave a fuck at all. And but she did. So the one thing about this promo I want to say is that Nikki thought they were booing her, and they were saying the kid's name that she's dating, and Brie did save her a little bit. And Nikki went heel mode.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, was she supposed to do that? Because like she's trying to come out as a babyface. Say that we're back, we run the industry, we are we're the legends of tag team wrestling, and then she kind of snapped on the crowd, and I was like, oh wow, like she's lucky Brie was there for that, because I don't think she realized what was going on. So kudos to Brie there, but other than that, yeah, it fell flat.
I'll say this much: their Temu or whatever you call it, discount Kardashians. That's exactly what they are. They're the professional wrestling version of the Kardashians. They started their reality TV show. They got a big fucking deal. I mean, obviously the Kardashians are a fucking mogul,
hold on, the reality show came after they were big. Nikki was legit at one point.
Yeah.
She was a legit women's wrestler. No, never. Nikki Bella was never a legit women's wrestler.
She's never gonna crack the top 100. No fucking.
She wasn't a good wrestler. One, but the rack was the rack attack. That
I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Really, she never had good matches.
I will stand by AJ Lee when she said, to the Bella Twins.
I remember that. No, I remember that promo.
Ability is not sexually transmitted. Like that is right there.
Wow. It was a great line, but I gotta go back and watch Nikki Bella matches now because
no, you don't.
I was actually a very big fan of hers when she was wrestling.
I
thought she was
awesome. Why I can give you 2 reasons.
But maybe that was it. Maybe it was just a physical attraction.
I mean,
usually I'm better than that when it comes to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just gonna say this woman's an awesome wrestler because she looks great. Like Tori Wilson, I'm not gonna say was put on 5-star matches.
No one's gonna believe that comment. No one's gonna. See, the thing is,
but you know what I'm saying? Like,
here's the thing: she's sneaky because she's athletic enough to be.
She was strong.
Here's the thing: better than where she was when she was in the first run or the first original moment. Like, when she was better than most. She was adequate at best. She was the adequate at best. Bella. She was even better than Brie, even though Brie got more chances at the beginning. So here's the thing: I think you need to go back and realize that Nikki Bella only got to where she was because of the reality show. I'm not going to say the JC name, but I'm going to say, but you can't see me, but I'm telling you, it's not that. What I'm telling you it is that
it really was the Cedar effect.
No, it has nothing to do with Cena. It has to do with the fact that she was a star. Her and her sister were the stars of Total Divas, and they got Total Bellas. They created themselves as discount Kardashians. But
didn't that all happen after they were wrestling?
They parlayed that. No, I don't think so. Because then there was the whole thing of like, if I remember on Total Bellas, I think the John Cena proposal in Orlando at WrestleMania was part of that fucking thing.
But that's still Orlando. That's still past the Divas Championship belt. I'm thinking about that butterfly wing belt. None of that was going on when she had. I'm being serious. None of that was going on when she had that. You're going to
tell me that she was better than Eve Torres? She was better than Beth Phoenix? No.
I think she might have been better. And I loved Eve Torres. I think she was a better wrestler than Eve Torres. I think she was. You know what? All right. You know what? I'm really going to have to start digging up matches. Eve Torres was good. She was great.
Eve Torres was a better wrestler. She was probably safer. She was more athletic. She was better than her in every single category. And I'll tip this over the scales. Eve Torres, better character than Nikki Bella.
I'm here for all the
She had range. Do you remember when she was Teddy Long's like assistant and she was wearing the fucking the gimmick? That was something else. Yeah. Then on the other flip side of that, she's making out with fucking John Cena instead of Zack Ryder in a wheelchair. All these
that was things. Great. No, that whole segment, whatever you want to call it, program was fucking.
Eve is very underrated because Eve probably fucking was a shy person who kept to her fucking self. She didn't fit fucking WWE's grand plan, but I would stand by Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres, and I'm sure a litany of other women that I think are far better.
Damn, that's a fucking wow! Cut that. That's great. All right, Nestle, and I'm not going to downplay any Eve Torres shine. Shine that up all you want because she was fucking fantastic. But man, all right, I gotta go back and find some 5-star Nikki Bella matches. I'll send you away.
Also, something else that bothers me, and I'm sure as an old school wrestling fan, it doesn't bother you, but it bothers me because I've got a hair across my ass every day. Fucking Bronson Reed has to lose by fucking count out. And I understand why we're doing it because the fucking guy is so massive. He has to slip on a goddamn banana peel because LA Knight has a fucking, pain in the ass problem with the vision. I'm sitting there thinking to myself,
this happened on Raw?
This happened on Raw. I was like, holy fucking shit. LA Knight interjects himself and Bronson Reed wins by countout. And I was just like,
did it get LA Knight a win?
No, it wasn't LA Knight. It was fucking Penta. He LA Knight jumped and fucking hit the big fucking.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, they just did because they're just getting LA Knight some right. I mean, that's what you do with the big. Again, this is what I say with WWE handling of monsters. For me, watching it forever since other than Andre, they have been fucking terrible with it. Big Show, Braun Strowman, Mark Henry to a certain degree. They get a big guy and they just use him as a fucking stepping stone. And that's what just happened with LA Knight with the way you described it. That's what they do, man. That's what they've always done for fucking 40 years now.
I love the Auszilla personally, but I will say this much: like,
great, you got a win over
he's
on Connor in the G1 climax. Like, yeah, you're on your way, man.
I love him. I think he's great, but like, man, it's just so fucking weird to me that like I was watching him and it's like watching Chris Farley in a singlet, just being like, whoa,
Jesus.
and like
I can see that,
and it's just like
I can absolutely see that.
You see that, and you're like, fuck this guy, and then it's like it sucks because I like him.
But again, that's WWE, man. That's the handling the big guys. I'm telling you, it's their thing.
What did Chris Farley used to say? Fat guy in
a little coat.
That's what every time I see him.
It's now I can't. That's gonna play in my fucking head every time I see him. He's always wearing the stupid sunglasses, even with the t-shirt. Like, bro, come on. Like, put a jacket on or something. I don't know. Like, you're right. He looks a little silly. Yeah, he does.
Who are you kidding? Who are you kidding? It's like someone pretending to be important instead of acting like they're important. That's what when I see him. He is playing wrestler. He doesn't believe he's a wrestler when I watch him.
Okay.
That's how I feel about that. That's all. All right.
All right. Love it. Great take.
All right. Anyway, let me see. Is there anything else that's on Raw that I really care? No, we kind of went over all the big highlights here. So I'm gonna get to time to get hopeful.
Okay.
What did I do? Glorious. You're my only hope. Sorry, I'm tired as fuck. My hope. I'm gonna go first if you want, or you can go if you.
No, go right ahead. Mine's like I said. They blew mine last night, so I kind of got a garbage one, just ready to go.
So here's my thought process. I should have had the Detective Nestle music queued up and have my hat. I should get a detective hat. I'm gonna ask for that for my birthday.
Yeah, in the pipe. Get a pipe.
Yeah. Maybe Sherlock Holmes, Sherlock Nestle.
That'd be fucking awesome. Yes,
yeah, of course.
Absolutely do that up.
So I should do that. I'll think of that. My friend definitely knows where I can get a good hat. Anyway, the Masked Man attacks Braun Breaker at the Royal Rumble, and everybody's sitting there thinking, "Oh, it could be Austin Theory, it could be Seth Rollins, or blah 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 blah." Now, I've watched a lot of after the thing footage, and I've also watched this backstage segment where I think you see Breaker on the cart coming back to the locker room after he's eliminated, and Heyman is like, "It's Seth Rollins." He sounds like Jafar, like, "Come on,
okay,"
Jafar. Like behind him, and he's fucking doing that shit. And I'm like, first off, when I looked at the guy, I'm like, well, that guy's clearly, I think it's Logan Paul, which now leads to my hope. Which leads to my hope.
Yeah, right. Okay, it could have been.
First off, this is what's going to happen. This entire thing is built to make Braun Breaker the hugest baby face of all time. What they're going to do is they're going to have Austin Theory. They're going to have fucking Logan Paul. They're going to have Bronson Reed, Paul Heyman, all being siding with Seth Rollins, and they're going to fucking dump Braun Breaker. And Braun Breaker has to go through all of these motherfuckers himself till he finally gets to Seth Rollins. And
so wait a minute. So are you saying Seth how is Seth Rollins coming back though?
He's going to come.
Where is he coming back into this situation?
He's going to be a baby face for a second. And then they're all going to turn on Braun Breaker, beat the fuck out of him.
Okay.
And it's going to be like, well, this is the plan all along. Braun, you never fit the vision. Because
I can see that.
I'm the present day Vision, and you're gonna try to take that away from me. Like when I see that, I'm like, okay, like
that's why you build the fact. That's why you build the faction to begin with, right? That's faction 101.
You keep them there, but like you need the Batista moment, right? Is the only way I can describe it. So I think this is it. So yeah, I don't know. It's been
wow, that's I don't know. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, no, I love it. And then what happens with Logan Paul? So you think Logan Paul is the Masked Man?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
so then what happens there? Does Logan Paul become?
Imagine this scenario.
Does he become the next big Heyman guy?
Hold on, ready? Yeah. So hold on this scenario real quick. Imagine that you got Braun Breaker out there, and Seth Rollins comes back at some point, whether it's WrestleMania or before WrestleMania, after WrestleMania, it doesn't really matter. They have that entire thing, and then it's just them staring at each other. And then you've got Masked Man number 1. You've got Masked Man number 2.
Oh shit!
Him, and you're like, oh fuck, what are they gonna do? And they can't put Bronson Reed in a fucking gimmick with a mask on because you fucking know it's him. So it's like,
good point.
That guy. Yeah, that's just what it's gonna be. A little
right.
Like that. It's just gonna look fucking weird. They've all been in this plan for a very long time to keep Braun Breaker away from being World Heavyweight Champion, which was from Seth Rollins' point of view. They pull the masks off. They all beat the fuck out of him, and they're gonna have a whole fucking whole fucking WrestleMania at the SummerSlam gimmick that it'll be. He has to fucking overcome all these fucking guys.
I'm sorry that took me so long to understand what you were trying to say. Yeah, that makes so much sense.
You know,
of course. Why wouldn't Seth Rollins be doing that? Right.
So,
absolutely. So. Yeah, I love it.
All right. What's your hope?
Great hope. Fucking stupid, especially after something like that. Jesus Christ. Just that CM Punk turns heel before WrestleMania. Because, like I said, my hope was going to be him and Roman, that Roman picks him. That was going to be my hope. Yeah. So now that he did, it's like, you know what? They're both baby faces. I don't love that, coming into a main event. I mean, I get it. They can still do it with everything they said last night. But, yeah, at some point, I'm going to need someone to be really like. And when Punk said that to Balor about, I can be the baddest of guys, I was like, there it is. I think there's going to be a turn coming in this feud with him and Balor that's going to set up him being the heel coming into WrestleMania. That's my hope.
That's actually not that bad. You should give yourself more credit. I think it was not that bad.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
I think it's interesting because, like, okay, Balor brings out the best and worst in people. Okay, I believe that. And then CM Punk needs to have especially if he can't wrestle like he used to. If he's the heel, he can wrestle a certain way. So
he's got That's true too. Yeah. So there it is. So that's what I got there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a very viable. I mean, I've had really shitty comebacks on the show and hopes. So I mean, you're fitting up in the. I would say the 30 percentile. You're pretty high on that one.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure JC would come on this program and tell you to do a way better job than me. He would tell me to next week. He's going to say, doesn't matter that Dom cut out. Doesn't matter that his brother interrupted him and we couldn't he didn't fucking know we were looking at him the whole time. His dog was cute as fuck, even though we can hear them snoring. They're going to say it's all better than watching Nestle. It's all better than watching Nestle.
It's absolutely the fact that you bring you back and like this shit show just happens, like unbelievable. I appreciate you and I thank JC for letting me take the spot for me, especially in an important show like the Rumble review. That's a big deal. So like, thank you for that. I really do appreciate it.
He's gonna love this. He's gonna love this in every set. Like I'm gonna have to text him and have this go. You have to visually watch this to fucking enjoy.
I can't believe you. Oh man,
because it would be. I should have left you not knowing the whole time.
Oh man, I don't know. I would have been. I'm so glad you did it. The shirt might have came off. It could have got ugly. No, Nestle, that might have happened. I'm so glad now that I think about it. Because when he gets to bedtime, oh yeah, the big bear comes out. It's not pretty. It's not a fucking pretty sight, kid.
I'm so glad you sleep in your underwear, or do you? Don't even know.
Oh like, man,
Jesus Christ. This could have been fucking wild. This would have been better than JC in the pool in Las Vegas. Jesus Christ. This is good stuff.
I
needed that. Thank you so much. I'm shedding a tear. This is great.
All right. What else we got?
Come back. I'm gonna give it to El Grande Americano / original / Chad Gable because I love this man. I think he deserves the fucking moon and the stars. So I just want him to do 100%. Well. And I love.
He's up there in age too. I want to say he's in his 40s, which I didn't know.
Yeah, he's so fucking.
Which is crazy. It's just insane. He's fucking shredded. Every time he comes back, he's more in shape.
And he's got a goatee now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's great. That's a great comeback.
I'm jealous because I can't grow facial hair, so it is what it is. It's fine. If you spit take, this might get a little overboard. So you've already
born to be a babyface. Huh?
No, listen. This is not the babyface turn everybody wants. I am not going to be a babyface. I'll say this much. The reason that I am who I am right now, I don't know if you can't see me, but that the gummy kicked in like a half an hour, 45 minutes ago. So I'm a little bit different. I don't take the gummies with JC because I feel like I have to police him and I have to be the adult in the room. But with you,
you feel like you have to police JC. Me? What?
No. With you, I'm like, it doesn't really matter what happens. It's Dom. Everybody loves Dom. It's just like whatever. With me, I could be like, I can get back, relax, be a regular human being for once. But with him, I can't give him a fucking inch. I can't give him anything. It's just like you. You're just sitting there having a good fucking time. Him, he's trying to fucking
talk some wrestling. No, Jay, but that's.
He's trying to fucking.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
If you leave him alone, he's a menace. He's an absolute destroyer of society. Absolutely.
JC Wood?
Absolutely.
Is he?
He's an instigator.
I love that about him. He's low key about it too. Like he's very well put together, but yeah, low key he can be an absolute fucking wild. He's a wild guy. I love it.
You can't go out with him. He's a fucking crazy man.
We got to no an encore trip has to happen. I'm telling you, an encore trip to encore has to be in the works.
Live takeover.
Let's go win. Let's go win some money at some baseball. Yeah, let's go do it. Oh God.
Maybe in the summertime. We might be able to do that again. We'll see how that
absolutely.
goes.
Let's set it up.
All right. So anyway, it's time for the big old finish. I didn't really get anything ready for Raw or SmackDown for next week. I caught with my pants down on that one. But I did, unfortunately, get everybody excited for Wednesday Night Dynamite. This is the part of the show where JC usually checks out. So maybe you won't.
He shits all over it. All over it, man. He hates it.
So on Wednesday Night Dynamite, these are 4 matches I can see right now. Ricochet is putting on his AEW National Championship on the line against Jungle Jack Perry. Thoughts?
Jack Perry, what are we doing? Like to start and stop with him. Like it feels like every time he's got something going on, whether it be like the Jungle Boy transformation, right? He had like that Jungle Boy becoming like, I don't know, Jungle Man sounds corny, but you know what I mean? Like you saw him like evolving like that way, and then boom, it cuts off, and then everything goes down with Punk, and he was like the what was the moniker he had? The Thank you. The scapegoat. Like, okay, that's a little interesting. Like, is he going to run with this? And then boom, then you don't see him. Then he comes back and now he's in a match with Ricochet out of nowhere. Also, again, like AEW, I watch it, but it's becoming background music. And I used to love AEW. Like, even at its worst, I'd still pop in. And now it's like, I don't know. So, I don't know. If they can do something with Jack Perry here, yeah, great. Like, maybe a quick change of the belt. I don't know. So I'll watch it just because. No, don't. I don't know. But nothing Jack Perry is doing gives me a reason to watch this match other than Ricochet is the guy in the ring with him.
Okay, there you go. Moving on, we got Hangman Adam Page taking on Mark Davis. Don't care.
Davis? Why?
Because they need a big.
Is Mark Davis? Is he still with the Callis family?
Yeah.
Okay, so something's gonna pop off there. Then that's just a setup to get Hangman to the next pay-per-view with someone involved in the Callis family.
Well,
where's Ospreay? Still neck surgery?
Yeah, another elite taking on a Don Callis as Kenny Omega takes on Andrade.
Yes, all day. Wow, that's a great match. That's the pay-per-view match.
You know who's past his expiration? Kenny Omega.
Is he?
Yes, he is. He's no longer the best belt machine. He's no longer the god of wrestling. He's just not. He's resting on his laurels. And you know what? Diverticulitis is no joke, folks. That's fucking could kill you. It could fucking kill you. And the fact that he's even walking around doing wrestling related things, taking bumps, is a fucking tip of the cap to him being such a fucking stud. But he is no longer fucking anywhere close to the top of the card. When I was watching him, I'm like, this poor bastard is trying his hardest, but he should probably think about his wellness and his longevity in his life more than he should be about professional wrestling at this point.
I agree with that. But in the same moniker, we were just talking about how CM Punk's doing great work and he's not in the best wrestling shape that he's ever been in. Maybe Kenny Omega just needs to not try to be that guy anymore then. Stop being the best boat machine. Change. You know what I mean? Like, don't give us that. Can we change? Can AEW or Kenny Omega change that expectation that every time we get a Kenny Omega match, it's not going to be a 5-star in the Tokyo Dome? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do we get Kenny Omega to that point in his career where we watch these matches knowing, all right, it's still going to be a very good match, but it's not going to, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's the thing with him. I think he's still gas in the tank there.
He's never changed his style. He's never evolved. He's never evolved.
That's a problem.
Past cleaner, past God of professional wrestling. Like once you're here, you probably should look around and be like, shit, I'm not who I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And the fact that hasn't changed is his biggest issue. It's not necessarily.
And it's not again, but to me, it feels like we're just going to end up with fucking some random giant fucking elite versus the fucking Don Callis family, Anarchy in the Arena thing, or like just something fucking crazy. Like, it just
I guess that's true. It's AEW.
You know, anyway,
all right.
Moving on, in the main event, I assume, hopefully we'll see, maybe not, considering it's an eliminator match, is the AEW World Champion MJF takes on Brody King. Now, I would have believed Brody King on a poster. I would have believed Brody King if he had just stood there. The minute he opened his goddamn mouth on a microphone, I went, man, this guy
didn't expect him to sound like that.
And JC says it all the time. He's like, he sounds like a pussy, but it's just like, it sounds.
Didn't expect him to sound like that. Same.
But it's
thought the same thing when I heard him talk.
It's just like, I'm sure he's an eloquent speaker. I'm sure he's a lovely man. I'm sure he's great at wrestling because I've enjoyed him. And then he fucking spoke and you're like, Man, that
You don't
and
sound like Braun. You don't sound like Braun Strowman.
no. My other thing too is it just feels like I know I would get my ass kicked, but when somebody like that opens their mouth, you go, "There's like a 1 point."
There's a
chance where you're like,
possibility. Yep.
maybe he's not as fucking tough as I think he is. You know what I mean?
I think I think you just hit it 1,000% on the head. Yeah.
But that
That
happens
is the
to
issue.
every male ever, where you're just like, oh, wait a minute,
Right.
I might get some licks in.
Yeah.
Like, and when you,
I wholeheartedly agree.
and that's the hardest part. But anyway, that's what I got here. I'm not even gonna go on fucking Collision because who the fuck else watches Collision? Fucking ridiculous.
No. Nope.
God damn it. So anyway,
And then NXT.
yes, NXT is happening right now.
Yeah, and we got I think we said the one thing that I did see that was intriguing was what, a 7-man match for the title. Was it a ladder match?
It was a ladder match. It's probably
So
going
that's
on right
impressive. Yeah, so that's something I would actually want to sit down and watch if I could find a way. So, other than that,
sounds good to
that's
me.
it.
I think we should get the fuck out of here then.
I agree.
All right.
Awesome stuff, Nestle.
I appreciate you and every hilarious and heartwarming quirk you have. You've been something else, my friend. I couldn't draw this up any better. So this is the odyssey that is the Jobber Knocker. Thank you so much. Anyway, on that note, thank you for listening and watching the Jobber Knocker podcast. We'll be back next week with some more Jobber Knockery.